Lake Butler, aka RMC. Lake Butler is most famous for back in the day, they used to take pride in knocking the gold teeth out of inmates and putting it on a jar for full display for those who were just coming through. Now, RMC stands for Reception and Medical Center. So anybody from North Florida that was going from the county jail to the prison system would have to go through Lake Butler. Also, if you had a medical condition or were going through surgery, a lot of times you'd go through Lake Butler as well, and you'd stay there for a while. Let me tell you something, it fucking sucks too. One thing about it, there's no confusion. The guards ran this compound, and they knew they ran it, and they ran a damn tight ship at it too. This is also what separated the boys from the men, or the inmates from the convicts, as I like to say. Every little move you make, from getting off your bunk to even going to use the bathroom, is controlled specifically by these COs. If you're looking for sympathy, you better look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis, because you will get absolutely none here. People are dying left and right at this place. A lot of times they wouldn't even let you go to confinement because they know they bring the food to you there. Stay the fuck out of prison, y'all. It sucks.
Lake County, Florida. And that's where they send you before you go to prison, where you get all your tests done. You get all kind of psychological tests done. You get blood work done. They see if you have any kind of diseases and all that. They run you through that whole process. But you may be there for 3 to 6 weeks. But at this place at Lake Butler, it hold at that time probably 1,800 prisoners from all over the state of Florida. Everybody had to go through Lake Butler. You did not go to prison. You couldn't go to prison without going through Lake Butler, put it like that. Ted Bundy had to go through Lake Butler. Everybody goes through that. And at this time, that was our only main reception center. And the white folks that ran Lake Butler, it was families. You know, you had the Whiteheads, you know what I'm saying? You had, you know, they had a little code name, Nigga Charlie, K-Wayne Slim. All these is old legends right now to this day. Anybody will tell you, you youngsters might not know what I'm talking about, but ask your daddies and your grandma about this story. Just go and rewind this tape. And these white folks was up there killing niggas, man. I mean, and when I mean killing niggas, I don't mean one isolated incident. I mean literally stomping niggas' brains out, getting you in places, running in your cells, killing you. You know what I'm saying? It was the racism. You know, they'll run up on you, you know, call you a nigga. They'll spit in your face. These are things that I witnessed. This ain't stuff that I'm just telling you about. They'll spit in your face. They'll give you, you know, the classic, the toothbrush, and, you know, tell you to hit the towel on the floor or something. They might have you do that for 2-3 hours, or they'll have you standing in the corner with one leg up, a grown man, butt-ass naked. This in the reception part when you first getting off the bus. Oh, and this what getting off the bus look like when you first get off the bus, y'all. When you first get off the bus at Lake Butler, they're going to take you from the county jail, boom, boom, boom. They're going to ship you way up there to North Florida. You're going to get off that bus. When you get off that bus and you see them white boys, and them white boys in North Florida, I'm going to tell you, it's a little bit different from any type of white boys you see in Florida. They like growing big up there. Like they like Alabama and Georgia big. Like them some big old white boys. Like they ain't in the best shape, but them, you know, they some big old burly ass crackers. I'm gonna just tell you what they is. When you get off that bus, it's a long, like a long bench. The bench, like it gotta be about 100 foot long. They're gonna tell you to turn, they're gonna tell you to line up in front of that bench side by side. So it's gonna be a whole bunch of men just lined up side by side. They're gonna tell you to strip down naked. When they tell you to strip down naked, you're gonna look down, it's gonna be dudes all sides of you, everybody gonna be damn near butt to butt, asshole naked. It's gonna be a smell in there, it's gonna be a stench, it's gonna be a funk, because ain't no telling, some of these dudes' hygiene ain't the best. They, you know, different races and all this type stuff. This is the psychological freak out what they're gonna do to you. And then they have you turn around. They have you turn around and have you put your head, because that bench, that long bench I'm telling you about, they run all the way down that way and run down that way. It's kind of stuck against the wall. It's about that wide. They're going to tell you to put the top of your head on that bench. Put your hands behind your back and spread your ass cheeks. It's about maybe 10 to 15 guards standing up there. They got their little bad side. They're trying to be intimidating. They probably gonna beat the hell out of somebody 5 minutes before and drag him off the floor. So you're going to put, everybody got their head on this bench at the same time. And he going to go from number 1 man all the way to 100th man. So that means if you the 100th man, the 50th man, the 60th man, or whatever, you got to sit there with your ass cheeks bust wide open while this white man walk by and look in your guts, dog. I'm talking to the young nigga now, yeah. And look in your gut.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. But this is a harsh reality of prison, man. You know what I mean? This is a harsh reality of prison, man. At the end of the day, especially if you go in there for certain crimes, man. Imagine if you go in there with crimes against like officers and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean? PDF type crimes and certain kind of crimes, you know what I mean? The way this person or these people are speaking about certain people that's in that facility, the guards that's running it, they saying that they run it, and at the end of the day, people are being unalived and all types of different things like that. One person just heard him say, listen, man, they putting people bodies on inmates and all that. They'll just throw them in your cell like this whole lot. You know what I mean? So that's really, really scary, man. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. You know what I mean? The streets, we outside in the streets, we running around, we got beef, it's this and this and that, it's on a drill, the ops and all that. But you got to be able to understand that this is a most definite part of that same life. You know what I'm saying? Because looking in KSOO's eyes when he was there, when they was reading the verdict, you know what was the saddest thing about it? Is that he felt like he was going to possibly beat it. Like, how did he even feel that he was going to possibly beat that after even his, regardless of what the prosecution is saying, they didn't went into some new technological breakthroughs showing him like this and compared it to the actual person running. So I've never seen nothing like that before. But besides that, his own father said, who did he said that was my son. The man took a damn near 5-minute pause before he said it was my son. And his homeboy said that too. So at the end of the day, man, but to look in his eyes, KSOO, when they said that he was guilty and he looked at the lawyer and the lawyer was like this, and you just look in his eyes, it looked like he was confused, or it looked like he was shocked, or it looked like he felt like he had some hope in that court. And I don't think he did. I don't think he did. Let's get back to the video, man. This brother's breaking it down in a good way. I want y'all dropping likes. Y'all get in the comments. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking about KSOO, ATK, his father, Butler, the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? RIP to Charles McCormick, anybody that lost their lives. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We can't celebrate things and just celebrate. You know what I mean? If you like KSOO, it is. But you always got to say RIP to that too, man. You know what I mean? It's all a part of it. You know what I mean? Condolences to the family. That's just us being men. Condolences to the family, regardless of what KSOO feels that it's not him. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, just to look in his eyes, you know what I mean? And him thinking that he had a chance of beating it, that was the saddest thing. To me, that was the saddest thing. But this is a harsh reality now. And this is the journey. And this is where the journey begins for him. The journey begins for them going through this place right here. Okay. And this person and a couple of these people, they saying that this ain't no cakewalk. This place, this is the place that houses all the people, reception. Everybody goes through here until they get to every facility that they're going to be in. So let's listen to the brother a little bit more and go into a breakdown.
And you got to hold them. You better hold them too. You better hold that ass open. Yeah, hold it open. Because if you don't, them crackers going to beat the fuck out you, dog.
Demoralizing, yo.
They was vicious.
Demoralizing.
They had a jar this big, a picker jar. You know, Florida was known for gold teeth before, you know what I'm saying, before hip hop came out. Our grandmas and aunties and all that had that. So that was the thing. You know, you got a gold for Christmas. You know, that was the thing back then. You had one big gold for Christmas. Listen, they had a pickle jar full of them to where they done knocked them out the head. I even heard they had a dog one time, but you know, they put some of the gold in the pit bull mouth or something like that. But they had a jar full of gold teeth to out of all the years of them kicking golds out of dude's mouth. And I guess that was like their little trophy. They had the names, like I said, K. Wayne Slim. Right now, he a legend. And I'm sorry to even say that. That cracker right there is a legend in the Florida penal system. If you say K. Wayne Slim, if you say Nigga Charlie, if you say any of them right there, Nigga Charlie was he was a black ass nigga with a Jerry curl. He sort of put you in the mind of that nigga that Rocky beat up in the movie Rocky. What his name is? Old black nigga with that thick ass mustache. Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed, yeah.
Him. That's what he sort of put you in the mind of. But he had a Jerry curl and he smoked cigars. They called him Nigga Charlie. He was so much of a Tom, them white folks was around there. He was a sergeant too now. Them white folks was around there calling him Nigga Charlie, and he was answering to that. He one of them type of dudes that if you argue with one of the white officers, you ain't really got to worry about the white officers right there and kick your ass. He gonna come out of nowhere and steal you and knock your ass down. That's what kind of nigga he was. You know, we wasn't even threatened. It was so bad, I'm even go deeper with Lake Butler. At Lake Butler,